name is Anna Henley. I'm the Supply Chain Solutions Analyst at Kinco Logistics. Today I have with me Judy Craig, who is Vice President of Sales, and Sean Coakley, who is Senior Vice President of Sales. And on behalf of our team, we would like to thank you for this opportunity to give you just an overview of what we do at Kinco, who we serve, and what we expect throughout a 3PL response process. So first we're going to start out with who is Kinco. We were established in 1950. That means we have 64 years of experience in warehousing and distribution. We're the largest privately held woman-owned company in North America, and we have grown exponentially since we were founded. Right now we've pulled in $465 million in revenue, and we have 30 million square feet in over 90 locations across North America. We've kind of gotten to about 4,800 employees that we manage, and I think that's being recognized through some of these acclimates over here. So there are areas where we are now in the top 10 inbound logistic providers, and that would be the second year running. We're being recognized for our green solutions and how we're trying to drive those improvements throughout our entire network. So how did we get to this point? We really focus on our history and our foundation, and these two men right here that you see, Sam Spartan and Jim Kennedy Jr. Was it Jim Kennedy Jr.? Okay.
They're not going to know.
Okay, good. Good point. Yes. So they established when they I'm struggling today. When they established the foundation of this company, they had a vision on what we would be like. And although most companies might have this where it just looks like words on a page, if you were to go to our warehouse floor, you would see our associates who would know why integrity above profitability, demonstrate courage, commitment, and compassion, and then be remarkable and create uncommon value is important. An example of this would be a few years ago we had a customer who was pretty sizable in revenue value, and we could have driven a lot further into their supply chain. They came to us and they asked us to basically dock the books for
Probably the doctor of the book.
doctor the books for our truck drivers and the hours they were spending on the road. Now, this is a customer that we had worked with for a number of years, and really they could have brought a lot of revenue into Kinco. But again, going back to integrity above profitability, we decided that's not who we are, and we walked away from that deal, and we walked away from that customer. And yes, some would say you made a bad move, but for us, it was the right thing to do. And that is what Kinco is built on, is what is the right thing to do and how can we benefit being a partner to our customers. So with that said, I'd like to explain how we're structured. We have 5 different companies. We have Kinco Logistics Services, Kinco Transportation, Material Handling Solutions, our real estate company, and then our management services. As you can see, these kind of all work together, and that's the idea, is we want to offer a turnkey solution to our customers. So on average, we have a 17-year partnership with our different customers, and what we have found is that they may start out with warehousing solutions, but then they recognize the value that we're driving into their supply chain, and they give us a piece of their transportation business. And then they move on to give us material handling solutions. And so we've really found that we can offer, that they're finding value in having all of their supply chain services under one roof. So one of the companies that probably doesn't get enough credit is our Kinco Management Services, and this supports the other 4. This is where you're going to find your pricing engineers, your project management teams, your IT solution teams, and then accounts billable, things like that. As I said, we have an average customer relationship of 17 years. One thing to point out is we have never had a customer cancel on their first contract term. And we have also never had a customer who has not renewed with us after that first contract term. What you see here is a breakup of our 4 different verticals. The reason we have structured it this way is we have found that over the years, through experience, it's better. We have customers where we have dedicated resources at the site level. And then corporate resources are now being aligned around each of those verticals so that we can pull knowledge from one customer to another. And make sure we're implementing best practices across our entire network. One of the testimonies that we have, from 17 years, you can see that we would probably have customer testimonials. And we have DuPont, we've had 61 years, Whirlpool 35 years. What this timeline doesn't show is that these companies started with warehousing and eventually moved into giving us either material handling services or transportation. For instance, GSK right here for 25 years, we started with all of their warehousing and distribution. Eventually, they gave us their transportation services, and now we also do their material handling solutions. And one of the things that we like to say, especially from Whirlpool, is what I like about Kinco is that you're big enough to handle what I throw at you, and you're small enough to make me feel important. And that's really what we're driving at with our customers is we have the size and the ability to grow with you. And we will do that. We've seen that with a number of other accounts we have. But we want you to feel like the only person in the room when we're with you. And that's what we're seeing as a testimony from most of our customers. So, with that said, where are we located? How can we support this network? Well, you're going to see a major presence in the Northeast right here. And then we have also a major presence in the Southeast and Southern California. These are your major port cities. We have both dedicated and multi-client operations here. In our multi-client, we have customers who are looking for a 1-year contract to a 3-year contract. And then in our dedicated services, we're looking at clients with 3 to 5-year contract. That's not supposed to be there. So with that said, we're going to transition over to looking at what it is we need in an RFP response, the information we're looking for from the customer profile, and then also talk about what it looks like to transition, for a customer to transition from a 3PL to a Kinco operation. And I'm going to turn it over to my colleague, Judy.
Good.